Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. My name's Dean. I'll be your host today. Hey, went out to dinner with some friends, was having a great time. When I jumped in the car, I just checked my wallet really quick and saw that Saitama had taken a massive dip. Okay, this is about beyond a 25% dip here. And I figured, well, something happened, the tokens don't tend to move directionally like this unless something crazy happened. So I've been exploring it a little bit. We'll be talking about it a little bit today. It did have to do with the breach of security with a major exchange that Saitama is listed on. Other coins were affected as well. And we'll talk about all of those and take a look and just kind of show what's going on there. We have seen some recovery, and let me tell you, what's going on right now with the fundamentals and the token burn and the reflections is crazy. So I'll be showing you that right now. Let's jump right in and just take a look at it. All right. So if we're talking about fundamentals, first and foremost, we had some good news earlier today, and I'll be talking about that too, kind of in the center segment of the show. But we've almost reached 270,000 holders, 269,036, an increase of 1,311 from yesterday. Now, this is showing we did take a large dip in our market cap, which is directly correlated to our price. We're down about $600 million from yesterday as I was preparing the show today. Now, it's changed a little bit from there till now, but price at time of show prep, 7046. That market cap still would put us number 76 on CoinGecko's top 100 list. Now here's where it gets crazy. All of the good news that we had, then coupled with this really bad news, has caused a lot of action in the marketplace. A lot of people selling, panic selling, I'm sure. But earlier in the day, people buying. There was actually some positive pressure on the price. But look what's happened with the volume from 16 million yesterday to 108 million. The burn ticking up almost 0.04%. Now it's massive. I mean, big time token burn. Look at the token burn quantity, 37 trillion. Yesterday, I mean, we could combine all of the tokens from the last, almost everything on the page here, but 8-10 days. And it's not equal to that amount. So this was a big change in volume. Now, from videos I've done in the past, if you've been watching, if the price is going down while the volume is going up, the token burn really accelerates, and so do the reflections, okay? So I will show the reflections at the end of the video, but it's massive what's happening. I'll show you just shortly. Okay, let's talk about the bad news, then we'll talk about the good news. Okay, so if we were to go out and look on Russell's page, he mentioned 2 hours ago that there was this hack that took place. Okay, so he says, "Hey fam, looks like there was a hack on one of the exchanges. We'll wait for the official statement from them and what their course of action is moving forward. For now, best we can do is buy the dip and watch those reflections and burn kick in. We'll have more information as soon as possible." So here is the, we lost 600 trillion coins in the Bitmart hack. So Bitmart is the exchange. 600 trillion. That is a lot. So if we look at his follow-up, he says all of the tokens that were hacked have been swapped for Ethereum, so the worst is over. We'll begin our ascent again. So he's saying everything that was stolen was sold out, which is what caused that dramatic drop. So much selling pressure. Okay. Now, Bitmart is going to have to respond. And Bitmart is a centralized exchange, and they are in charge of keeping our investments safe. They actually list themselves as the most trusted crypto trading platform. Okay. But they're acknowledging here, he's actually got 3 of 3. It's more than what Twitter will handle, so he's broke it into 3 messages. I'm going to read the whole thing. This is Sheldon Gia. He is with Bitmart, and he says, "We have identified a large-scale security breach related to one of our ETH hot wallets and one of our BSC hot wallets. At this moment, we are still concluding the possible methods used. The hackers were able to withdraw assets with the value of approximately $150 million. Okay, the affected ETH hot wallet and BSC hot wallet carries a small percentage of assets on Bitmart, and all of our other wallets are secure and unharmed. So we are now conducting a thorough security review and will post updates as we progress. At this moment, we are temporarily suspending withdrawals until further notice. We beg you for your kind understanding and patience in this situation. So they're acknowledging they got hacked and $150 million got stolen. Now, I actually have some Saitama in a Bitmart account. And when I went and looked at it, I did this purchase in Bitmart as a tutorial, and I bought about $100 worth. It's currently worth about $55, but my token's still in my wallet. So I don't know how that hack affected the whole system. If they basically tapped into a liquidity pool and pulled tokens out, I don't really know what happened. So we'll have to be getting more information on that, but that is the explanation for this. Okay, what's going on here? So here is a look at Floki. It's one of the other ones that was supposedly affected by this hack. And you can see the drop here in their token. Also the rise in volume down here. And so this looks very similar to what we see with Saitama. You know, it's a big dip in the price and a big increase in the volume. Okay, so again, we'll just pull the chart and take a quick peek again. Big dip. Look at the volume down here rising. Okay, and the volume is continuing to stay pretty constant up there at a high rate. With this kind of a price down here, you guys, I wish I was watching at the time and that I had a boatload of money, because that would have been an amazing entrance point to get this coin again. That's 7038. So anyway, there's the downside news for the day. If we were to flip and go to the upside news, which actually happened before the downside news and what's coming tomorrow, we'd talked about the fact that the development team was wishing this boxer well, Gervonta Davis. And so if we go in and take a peek, Gervonta showed up today at the weigh-in and he is sporting a Saitama hat. So we are definitely participating in marketing and sponsoring this fight. And the fight, here's a big kind of flyer for the fight. Davis versus Cruz, live on Showtime pay-per-view tomorrow, December the 5th. I got the date wrong yesterday. I just said it wrong. But if you look at this flyer and you zoom in, if I can zoom in right here at the bottom, you see there we are, Saitama as one of the lead sponsors on this. So it's a huge deal with a lot of exposure potential for us. And it was putting pretty good positive pressure on the price when that news broke earlier today. So, there's some good news today. There's some bad news. Hopefully Bitmart will get it sorted out and restore the tokens to those who were affected. I mean, certainly as a centralized exchange, they are holding your tokens as like a fiduciary, or they're taking responsibility for those tokens. In the DeFi space, your tokens are out on the blockchain and your wallet is just linked to the blockchain, reflecting back what tokens you have. In a centralized exchange, there are liquidity pools where they're combining people's money. So it will be interesting to see if they have insurance or something that will cover that. And then we're going to see a massive buyback because they have to restore the tokens. So this could be really, really interesting for the next couple of days. Right now, it's pretty scary, honestly. I mean, I would take a big price bump over big burns and reflections any day. But at least the way the contract is written for Saitama, there is a big burn and reflection. So here are my reflections for the day. And this is really, it's crazy. But in the last 24 hours, I've received 435 million tokens. Okay. Look at where I've been: 35 million, 53 million, 35, 35, 65, 435 million tokens. It's amazing. which brings my total since 11/21, so November 21st, to 1,104,357,920. Okay. I'd have to update the current price, which I'm happy to do. 704839. Just update it and make sure. 704839. All right. So at that current price, my reflections total are worth $53.44. So not bad for 10 days. That's a massive amount. And I'm telling you, we're going to end up having to get a bunch of reflections as the price comes back up too. So that's the silver lining if there were one. Like I say, I would much rather not be dealing with 25% price dump and a bunch of people fearful and selling off their tokens only to watch probably the market run back up and then feel like they got left behind. So folks, I hope you're having a great day. Aside from all this crazy, and check back with me tomorrow. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.